You pick up your phone for one reason: you want to know what happened. Maybe there is breaking news, maybe something worrying is developing. Maybe you saw a headline and want the full story, so you check. Then you see another story, and another, a warning, a video, an argument, a prediction. Someone explaining why things are worse than they look. Someone else explaining why they could become even worse tomorrow. Eventually you notice something. You have been scrolling for much longer than you intended. And somehow, despite consuming more information, you do not feel more informed. You feel worse. So why do you keep going? Why is bad news sometimes so difficult to stop reading? We have a word for this now: doomscrolling. But giving the behavior a name does not explain it. The obvious answer is that social media is addictive. That explanation is tempting. It is also too simple. Because doomscrolling has a strange feature. You are often not enjoying yourself. This is not like watching one more funny video because the last one made you laugh. You might actually want to stop. Yet another headline appears, and you read it. Wait. If the information is making you uncomfortable, why would discomfort make you search for more of it? One clue is uncertainty. Imagine hearing that something important has happened, but you do not know how serious it is. That missing information matters. Your mind wants an answer. What happened? Am I affected? What happens next? Is the situation getting better? Is it getting worse? Looking for information is completely reasonable. In fact, during a real emergency, information can be extremely useful. The problem begins when the information cannot provide the certainty you are looking for. You read one update. It answers one question, but it creates 3 new ones, so you keep searching. Researchers studying doomscrolling have found that it is associated with factors including anxiety, fear of missing out, and something psychologists call ends of un-sur-10t. That last phrase sounds technical, but the basic idea is simple. People differ in how uncomfortable they feel when an important outcome is unknown. When uncertainty feels especially difficult, searching for more information can seem like a way to reduce it. And sometimes it works. If you want to know whether your train is delayed, checking the schedule may solve the problem immediately. But news is often different. A developing crisis does not have a finished answer. The future is still being written. You can refresh the page 50 times, and the certainty you want may simply not exist yet. That creates a loop. Uncertainty makes you search. Searching exposes you to more alarming information. That information introduces more uncertainty. So you search again. There is another layer. Negative information can be important. For most of human history, ignoring a possible threat could carry a greater cost than ignoring something pleasant. That does not mean there is one simple evolutionary explanation for doom-scrolling. Modern social media is far too new for that, but human attention does respond strongly to information that might signal danger or importance, and online feeds can provide an almost unlimited supply of it. Before the internet, a newspaper eventually ended. A television bulletin ended. A magazine had a final page. A social feed does not need one. There is always another update underneath the current update. That changes the experience of seeking information. There is no natural moment when the system tells you that you now know enough. You have to create that stopping point yourself. And when the story feels unresolved, stopping can feel strangely irresponsible. Maybe something important happened 5 minutes ago. Maybe the next post contains the explanation. Maybe there has been an update, so you scroll. Researchers are still working out the exact relationship between doom-scrolling and mental health. Studies frequently find that heavier doom-scrolling is associated with outcomes such as anxiety, distress, stress, and lower well-being. But we need to be careful. Association is not the same as causation. Feeling anxious may encourage more doom-scrolling. Doom-scrolling may contribute to distress. Both may influence each other, and other factors may affect both. The honest answer is more complicated than saying your phone simply causes anxiety. But the loop itself tells us something important. Information and reassurance are not the same thing. You can receive enormous amounts of information without reaching the emotional feeling that everything is understood. And this may be one reason doom-scrolling feels so strange. The behavior promises closure. The feed offers continuation. So why can we not stop scrolling bad news? Not because humans secretly enjoy disasters, and not because one brain chemical forces a thumb to keep moving. A better explanation is that negative information can signal importance, uncertainty can create a desire for more information, and endless feeds remove the natural stopping points that once ended the search. You keep looking because the next update might finally make the situation clear. Sometimes it does. Often it simply creates another reason to keep looking. And that is the trap. The next scroll always feels like it might contain the answer. But an endless feed never has to tell you when the answer is not there.